Hello everybody and a very good morning. Welcome along to Crafters TV. Welcome to Friday. It's Friday! Woohoo! Yeah. The weekend is almost here and we are set to kick things off in style. Not kink things.
It's a different show.
Yeah, it's a different show. That's later. We are kicking things off in style with Wake Up Call, your preview show basically, where you get a bit of an idea as to what's going to be coming up over the course of the day today. Two fantastic shows, and actually it's going to be a brilliant weekend too, which I will tell you more about in just a few moments' time. But shall we meet who I'm going to be with over the course of the day today? Two of my absolute faves here during this show, and then a little bit later on for a craft along. It is the lovely Corrine. How are you?
I'm really good, thank you. You say that to them all, don't you?
I don't.
Say it to all the ladies, don't you?
No, I don't. I say only certain people I say it to, and you're one of the lucky few.
You're too kind.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yes, I'm here all day today.
You look like. Have you been away?
No, I fake tanned last night.
Because when I came back in last week, I was like, okay, I'm the tanned one in the building now.
I know I was putting a skirt on, so I'd fake tan.
Yeah. Well, you look like you've been on holiday for about 2 weeks.
I've been off for 2 weeks, but I haven't been on holiday.
No. What you got coming up later on?
We've got our interchangeable scenes. Now, these are absolutely brilliant, and I'm going to be doing a craft along with these at 6 p.m, I think it is. Yes, it's 6 p.m. And these are absolutely gorgeous, so you can build your scenes with these. So we've got our lovely forest, we've got our jungle scenes. Oops, let me see. We've got our tropical. Aren't they absolutely gorgeous? We're going to do some really in-depth ones. Then we've got our fantasy as well. So if you really want to join in or just watch, maybe you can pick them up now, or maybe you can join in with us later. So that'll be really good fun.
Yeah, always good fun on the award-winning Craft Along. And of course, if you want to find out what you need for the Craft Along, details will be on our social media pages. So do have a look, and we'll see you later on for that 6 o'clock this evening, 1 p.m. Eastern. So that's coming up a little bit later on. Before all of that, of course, on a Friday, we bring you the softer side of life. So if you love things all soft craft, make sure you're joining us from 2 and with us on that show. Again, I mean, seriously, I'm surrounded by my faves today. It is the lovely Becky Swan. How are you?
I'm all right, thank you. And I'm glad I'm one of your favourites.
Yeah.
I think you've got a lot of favourites, I have to be honest.
Well, I'm very lucky that I work in a place that is just full of all of my favourite people, not just within craft, but in the world generally.
Thanks.
Yeah. What you got coming up?
We've got huge deals on builder block dies at the moment, so really, really good opportunity for you to sort of get at some of those, and we're going to be demonstrating a few different things of those. We've also got some shape creators as well, so if you don't have a die cutting machine and you still want to cut those kind of intricate shapes, I'm going to be showing you how to do some of that as well today.
Awesome. Yeah, the deals that we've got for you today are amazing, particularly on softer side. Producer Johnny has rolled over some deals that we had on our clearance show, Warehouse Clearance, UK Warehouse Clearance on Monday. So if you missed out on those, make sure you're watching. We'll recap on all of those and indeed bring you some of the best deals right over the course of this couple of hours preview. And worth telling you that this weekend, something a little bit different, we are bringing you a taste of the next level. Oh yes, have a look at this. So basically, you can get a taste of what it's like being in the next band within Club Inspire. So, you know, currently if you're a bronze member, you're getting your 5% off over the course of this weekend. You'll get 10% off all your orders. Silver members, you'll be getting 15% off all your orders. If you're a gold member, 20% off all orders. Charlotte's just gone, I knew we was going to do that. I'm nothing if predictable. It's good to be back, Charlotte. And our platinum members, normally you get your 20%. We are going to give you 25% of all orders. And let's just bear in mind as well, we've already got massive deals, up to 70% off, loads of deals across this show. Then we're giving you 25% off as well. Producer Johnny's gone, oh, I may as well not bother. We'll just give it away, shall we? Literally, so many great deals to be had. You'll find out more about the Taste of the Next Level event, easing you into May, and those deals available for you up until midnight on the 2nd of May. So it's a great way to celebrate the bank holiday weekend here in the UK. Let's give you some details though of what is coming up for you. The craft along later on is with the interchangeable scene die collection, and we've kept the launch price on this for you. Launched on the 22nd of March. It's 59 dies in total that you'll receive, and we gave you almost 25% off at launch. We gave you £27.75 off if you're shopping in the US. Platinum members, £75.99. Or £87.96. If you're platinum, £71.24. Producer Johnny, you are going to be on the calculator / abacus today because I haven't got the 25% deals written down. Maybe I should have done that. He's found an app. If you do want to get in, touch throughout the show, please do. We've got Radical Rachel on the socials today. Already in. Thea says, "Hoi hoi, everyone." Hoi hoi. What's that, Johnny? No. So I gave her the nickname Radical Rachel last week because we have Superstar Susie on the socials, don't we? So I said we need to have a nickname for the other guys as well. So Rachel, Radical. Sarah Brown says hello to everyone. Is that still a word that people use? Like that's totally rad.
I think when they're old, yeah. I don't think young people use that word. I can say that because I'm actually a lot older than you. But yeah, I don't think anyone uses that term radical anymore. No. Do they? I mean, maybe you do.
I think, no, Rachel, let us know if you're happy with the name. Why
don't we get Radiant Rachel? That's much nicer.
Is Radiant better than Radical, though?
Or Ravishing.
Ravishing? Oh, I mean, you're throwing some names into the pot now. I thought Rachel was happy with Radical, but we'll let you choose. If you want to change it from Radical, Rachel, you just let me know, but you're having a nickname. I think Radical was good. Carletta says, good morning, everyone. Sarah says, hello, everyone. Corrine, Ben, Becky, and all the CTV crew. We've got Johnny and Charlotte steering the good ship craft today, saying hi to all my crafty friends from Melbourne, Australia. And Rex says, viewers seem to like it. I'm not fussed, lol. Definitely not ravishing at 6 months pregnant.
I bet she's absolutely glowing.
Glowing. That doesn't work, though, does it? Glowing Rachel. We'll stick with Radical. Radical's good. Talking about Radical, seamless. Let's have a look at some amazing deals from the Gemini Builder Block collection. Now, producer Johnny has rolled these over from our UK warehouse clearance that we had on Monday, which I know was a huge hit. These literally are unbelievable deals. We got a six-piece set for you here. It's the designer collection. Now, normally, if you were going to get all 6 of these together, you'd be looking at over £200. Normally $240. So they're normally $34.99 each. You're going to get 6 of these in total for under £100, under $118. Platinum members, well, you're at $79.99, £74.99, or $88.49 because you're getting 25% off. That price on screen, if you're a gold member, that is your price today, which is absolutely phenomenal. And these are great. So if you've already got yourself a die cutting machine, this is all about giving you the precision. It's about giving you the accuracy. It's allowing you to cut through multiple layers of material at the same time. These systems here are absolutely brilliant because they'll also give you the opportunity to be able to create a whole different range of products as well. So they're like a 3-in-1, if you like. This is the Easton from Joe Avery. So you've got the cushion design, you've got the quilt design here as well, and also your table runner. All these are brilliant because you get full instructions, and also you'll find with a lot of our builder blocks, you'll get the video tutorials as well. So 5 dies there, plus your instruction booklet. Then you're also going to get your Catherine wheel in here. Once again, projects that you can be working with. And then in the third one, you've got your Bejeweled Delights as well. That is where you stop paying, basically, because it is buy 3, get 3, but then you're also going to get included in here the Joe Avery Compass Gem. You've also got the windmill. Again, all the different projects that you can be working with. And then finally, you're going to be getting your geometric arrows. It's a stunning deal. And Becky, I mean, you know so much about the builder box and how amazing these are. This is an absolute steal today, isn't it?
Absolutely, because these have got lots of different kind of shapes in them that you wouldn't wouldn't perhaps have in your normal sort of quilting shapes. So yeah, absolutely, you can make so many different things with them, and they're quite intricate. I mean, a lot of the designs that we've got we're here have just got very plain fabrics. We're not using any pattern fabrics in them, and you can really sort of go to town once you sort of add some pattern fabrics in with those. But yeah, they're really well worth having. Obviously, you're going to be cutting multiple layers of fabric, so you'll be able to put something together really, really quickly and nice and easily as well.
Yeah, it's a steal today. That price, as we said, is the the gold price today, isn't it? Really, platinum is another 5% off that. £74.99, $88.49 if you're shopping with us in the US. Remember, those prices only applicable over the course of this weekend. We've then got your Gemini Builder Block 4-piece collection, and this is again absolutely ridiculous. 70% saving on the builder blocks. Do you know what? If you've maybe toyed with the idea of ever kind of dipping your toe in the water for the builder block system, and you haven't kind of done it, this is the weekend to do it, because you're not getting 1 set, 2 sets, 3, 4 sets you're going to get here for under £60, under $72. That again, of course, is the 20% off. $56.24 if you are platinum, or $67.46 if you're shopping with us in the US. An absolute steal. I've never seen this one before. The alphabets and numbers worth £70 on its own.
Yeah, and it's not just the alphabets that you're going to be getting in there, but you've got other sort of shapes as well. And that's the key thing. You'll look at the front of the cover and you'll think, okay, that's just sort of one design I can do. But actually, when you open it up and you look at the booklets, there's so many different things you can do. So you can do hearts and flowers and arrows and all sorts of things. And you've got all of your punctuation marks in there as well. So you can make a really fantastic quilt, personalise it for a wedding or something, or maybe do like a baby's quilt, child's quilt, with the whole of the alphabet on there. And
of course, in different sizes as well, can't you? Because you can go from like 6-inch to up to 12-inch blocks, can't you?
That's right, yeah.
So again, you've got so much to be working with. That's just the one that you're going to get, worth £70 on its own. Then you're going to get the pineapple, also worth £70. Again, just an idea of some of the things that you can create. And the brilliant thing about the builder blocks is that they're great. Obviously, this box on its own is going to allow you to create so much, but then the systems kind of intertwined with each other just gives you, well, so much, doesn't it? Almost infinite creativity.
Yeah, it'd be really nice to see if anybody's actually got a couple of builder blocks and they've mixed them together. Because, yeah, absolutely, you can definitely do that. Now, the pineapple one is the only one where you only sort of make one block, but you can really make a difference with using different colours. But all the others, once you look at the booklet, you'll see there's lots of different designs you can make with them.
So that's basically £140 worth right there for under £60. This one I absolutely love, the Nautilus. That's £60. It's like a
wave,
isn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that's why it's called Nautilus, everybody. Yeah, yeah.
It's totally rad.
It is totally rad, dude. Whoa.
Can you surf?
Huh?
I bet you can surf, can't you?
Well, here's the thing. So I'm from that part of the world where everybody surfs. It's one of the things that I never really mastered.
Oh, one. Yeah. One of the few things you never mastered.
One of the few things that I never managed to master. I can bodyboard, like paddling, and I can stand up a little bit, but then I tend to... I had surfing lessons a while back, and it's one of the hardest things to teach, isn't it? Because they teach you to learn to surf on the sand. Right, so they give you the board and they're like, okay, so you do this and you're going to pop and stand. Now, obviously on land, it's easy, isn't it?
Yeah.
But then when they put you in the water, it's nothing like how they taught you. The two things I'm pretty bad at, surfing and golf. And I'm sure I told you this before, my brother-in-law's stag weekend was surfing and golf.
Oh. Did you excel at the drinking of the beer, though?
Well, here's the thing. No, this is the thing that made the weekend even worse. The majority of his mates, all cider drinkers. Right. I don't drink cider. Oh. It was the worst weekend. Terrible brother-in-law. He's a lovely, lovely guy, though, in real life. Just had a terrible stag weekend. At least had a hen weekend then. Terrible hen weekend. and then finally, within this set, so you're getting all 4 of these collections Again, what a steal. This is worth £50 on its own. So basically, you know, if you want to dip your toe in the water when it comes to the builder blocks, this is an unbelievable buy. So all of those for under $60, under $72. Better if you're a Platinum member today because you're getting 25% off. And then that is not all, because very quickly, let's show you the Curves collection. And once again, you're getting all 4 of these for the price that you're seeing on screen, worth £240, $360. That is a 70% saving. All right, £55.99 is nonsense. $85.59. Of course, that's not even the price you're paying. $52.49 or $80.24. And these actually, again, some of our most popular builder blocks. You've got the Rob Peter to pay Paul here. And so do these curve builder blocks, these will work with the builder blocks that I've just shown. They'll work with the builder blocks that I showed previously.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing to stop you from buying all of them and making a block and putting a block for every single one onto an enormous quilt. That would be a great way of doing it, and quite quick in order for you to put it together. So yeah, they all work together, but these ones have got curves in them, and curves are historically really, really difficult to cut with scissors or rotary cutters. So that's really where the builder block system comes into its own, because you know you're going to get super accurate curves, and then they're all going to match. So you've got your bay leaf included in here as well. And again, it's all precision, it's all time saving. You've got also included within this set your drunkard's path. That was me on the stag weekend. And then you've got your winding ways included as well. And again, these allow you to make those blocks from sort of sort of 6-inch up to 12-inch blocks and more. If you have got a die cutting machine, maybe you've got one of our Geminis, these are an absolute must-have if you're into your soft craft. Give them a go, seriously. And today you've basically got a try me price on these for like a massive bundle. So £55.99 Platinum price, $85.59 if you're shopping with us in the US. And of course, don't forget, another 5% comes off that price if you are a Platinum member. Now, if you don't have a die cutting machine, again, we do have options for you, because we've got our shape cutters available for you on the show as well. And these are brilliant, because you've got your orange peel shape cutter, and then also you've got your Dresden plate as well. So once again, I suppose these are slightly different to the builder block, but they're going to aid you to be able to create those shapes easily, aren't they, with your rotary cutter? Yeah, absolutely. Not everybody has a die cutting machine, or maybe you have one but you don't want to use the space. You're going to be working this way, and some people do like the sort of the manualness of using a rotary cutter. Yeah. So yeah, these are just going to make everything very, very easy for you. So all you need is a flat surface, a cutting board, and your rotary cutter in order to use these. So they're definitely sort of more of a kind of traditional kind of way of cutting out your fabric. They're still going to be quicker to do than if you're going to be sort of marking everything out and cutting it with scissors and cutting it individually. But I will show you how those work anyway later on today. Yeah, we'll look at those very shortly indeed. Great saving again once again on these. Should be £40, $50, £15.99 or $19.96, $14.99 if you're Platinum, or $18.71 because of course you're getting 25% off for our Taste of the Next Level event. Hi to Valley's with us, saying hi Ben, Corrine and Becky, looking forward to the show. And Terry says good morning from Ohio. Right, let's get started and let's get over to Becky, who has got some crafty demos up her sleeve. Are you starting off with the shape cutters? I am. Yes, it's almost like we planned that, isn't it? Well, you know, we did do a little bit of planning and prepping and rehearsals just in case the bosses are watching. We did a lot. Loads. So I'm going to be using the orange peel cutter. So I've just got a sample here of how that orange peel cutter would look. Now this is just done sort of, we've used them as a raw edge applique on here. So raw edge applique is when you would cut it out of a piece of fabric and then you fuse it onto your main body of your fabric and you just stitch around the outside. But actually I'm going to do needle turned applique, or at least it's going to look a little bit like needle turned applique. So very simple to do. So you'll start off with your cutter. You'll see in your cutters, you've got some information along the back as well as to how to cut things out. So whether you want to use this for cutting a whole shape, or whether you want to do a half shape, or if you want to do sort of two halves and stick them together. So you'll see on the back of all of the shape cutters, you've got some little bits of information on here. But we're going to cut a whole shape out. Now what I've done here is I've got some plain fabric which I just cut into strips. strips, and I've just sort of folded it over, and I've given it a bit of a press because I want to cut whole shapes out of this. I want to find that fold line. Now I'm going to place that on my board, and then I'm going to move the little cutter, and you've got details of the placement line here, and you've also got a little sort of dashed edge here. Now this little dashed edge is where you would place your line of your raw edge of your fabric if you were just going to cut one half and you were going to sew it together with another half, because this is your seam allowance here. But because I folded my fabric over, I just want to put my placement line on the actual fold of the fabric here. Now I'm going to flip my board around a little bit at an angle while I'm using my rotary cutter. Now the best thing to do is use the smallest rotary cutter you have in order to cut these, because it just gives you a little bit of sort of movement. So if you're using a very, very large one, obviously the blade is the round blade is quite big, and it becomes harder to get around these little corners. So I'm using my medium-sized one, but I would use my very small one. So I'm just going to choose where I'm going to cut. So I think I'll go for the 4.5 inch line. So I'm starting with my rotary cutter before it gets to the fabric, and I'm just holding everything down, and I'm just moving my rotary cutter along here. Just make sure it's gone all the way through, because I'm a little bit higher than I would be normally. And then oh, I hadn't cut very well. Let's do another one. Let's cut that bit off. Because I'm doing this quite high, this is the thing with rotary cutters. When I'm doing things at home, I have a much lower sort of place to work.
Oh, right.
But it's always a little bit harder when you're cutting up and you're higher, because normally I would be, I don't know, 30 centimetres further down.
Yeah.
So it just doesn't quite give you the sort of the purchase, as it were.
What a great word.
Cut down, purchase.
Don't quite get the purchase that you need.
So it should have cut out. Yeah, perfect.
There you go.
So you can see that one has cut out, and then when I open it up, I will see that I've got my perfect little place here. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut another one of these.
It's like a pair of lips.
It does. And in fact, I was thinking about almost doing like a Picasso type cushion cover. I thought it would be quite good, with like lips and eyes.
Oh,
that really well.
had the picture of the faces that used to be sort of out of place.
So you could cut a couple of these out and make them into eyes, or do all sorts of things. You don't have to just use them as petals.
Picasso cushions.
So what I'm going to do here, I've got some fusible interfacing. So this is stuff that I tend to use a lot when I'm doing bag making. So the shiny side is a bit that's got the glue on it. So I'm going to cut it in exactly the same way. So I'm just going to fold it over in half. And I'm going to do something magical.
Are you?
Magical. I call it, I think it's magical anyway.
Well, let us be the judge of that.
You are, you're going to say, Becky, you're like one of my favourite people, and that was magical.
I'll let you know in a minute, Kay, I'm watching.
So I'm going to do it in exactly the same way. So I've just cut that piece out.
Right.
So these two are going to be the same size.
Okay.
Like that. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is, normally I would iron this sort of sticky side onto my fabric, but I don't want to do that this time. I want to do it in opposite direction. So I want to make sure that my sticky side of my fabric, I'm not going to iron it on. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put it like this, so my sticky side of my fabric is on the inside here, and I'm going to put that there, and I'm going to sew around the edge.
Right.
So effectively I've got a sticky side on the inside of my my shape, but I'm not going to iron anything yet. Are you keeping up with me? Is it making sense?
I think so.
Is it making sense?
Yeah.
So I'm going to put a couple of pins in here, and I'm going to stitch all the way around the outside, and then what we're going to do is we're going to cut a little hole here and slit this over and turn it inside out. And then we're going to use the sticky side to adhere this shape onto our cushion, and then we have no raw edges. It's all nice and smooth around the outside.
Do I now say
it's magic?
That's magic. You're still one of my favourite people, Becky, or do I wait till you've actually done it before I?
What was wasn't there a comedian that used? Oh, it was Paul Daniels, wasn't it? It's
now
magic.
That's magic.
Yeah.
I think you'll like this.
Not
a lot, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Not a lot.
All those years ago.
I used to love that Paul Daniels magic show, wasn't it? Was it on a Saturday night?
Probably.
I think it might have been, yeah.
With what's her face?
Debbie
McGee. Thank you, Debbie.
So my dad used to make the every show, you can tell me, every show my dad's worked on it. He used to make the magic tricks for that show.
He used to make the magic tricks?
Yeah.
What, like so like the boxes and stuff?
Yeah.
Like the big ones?
Yeah, then he would make
put the lady in,
disappear.
disappearing lady and stuff like that.
Yeah, exactly.
I was in one of those about 3 years ago, and I did panto at Butlins.
Oh, no, you weren't.
Oh yes, I was, and I was King Rat in Dick Whittington, and the magic was they were wheeling out all of these suitcases, and as they stacked the suitcases up, I materialised from the door that they opened, and it got me like a real kind of insight into how it's all done, because obviously I was in the bottom box. Oh, I'm claustrophobic as well, so that didn't help. I was like, let me out! Let me out! Yeah, then they stack them all up, and then you sort of climb up. I'm really sorry, by the way, if you didn't know how those tricks are done, because I've just ruined it.
I thought it was just magic.
Huh?
I thought it was just magic.
Yeah, it is. It is actually just...
So I went to see the Harry Potter stage show, and that was just magic. The magic that they have in there is just purely magic. It really is.
What was so magical about it?
It was just magical. I can't tell you. I couldn't work out how they did things.
Was it like people flying over the audience and stuff?
No, I can't remember what it was. It was ages ago that I went to see it. There was a magic trick which was amazing.
Yeah, it was magic. I can't remember what it was.
I can't remember what it was.
No.
It was magic. So what I've done here is I've stitched it around the outside, and I've just trimmed around the edge, just so we get rid of the bulk of that shape. Now I'm just going to pull my interfacing away from my fabric. I might have to do that with a needle or a pin. I'm just going to lift it up because I want to get my scissors in here to make a little cut.
Oh, yes.
And then I'm going to cut all the way up to the top here and down here as well.
I still do a bit of magic, you know. I might bring some in one day. Do a little magic
you can do magic?
Yeah.
Oh.
Kids magic.
Oh, I love magic.
I used to do like kids parties back in the day. Yeah. The Magnificent Moseby, they called me.
Well, they called you, or was that the name you gave yourself?
That's the name I gave myself. Yeah. I'll bring some in. I think you guys might marvel at my amazing magical skills.
I love a bit of magic, and I think, you know, the world's a better place for a bit of magic.
Next Saturday, you're in with me, aren't you?
I am.
I'm going to bring some in especially for you.
Oh, excellent.
Yeah. Remind me.
I will.
I'll do a little magic show for you.
So I've turned that inside out, and I'm going to fold this over like so.
Mm-hmm.
So now I've got these two pieces that I've sort of opened up on the back of this orange peel, which you can probably see a little bit shiny. So this is the sort of sticky part. And then this is my nice smooth shape here. So I've got a nice smooth line. So if I open up a piece that I've already worked on, so I've got my piece here, you can see you've got a nice sort of shaped edge. So I've sewn these in different ways around the outside. So I've done like a blanket stitch around the outside, and I've just done some running stitches around the here. So rather than when you've got your raw edge applique, which is like this one here, it's just been cut out of the fabric, and we've used some kind of spray or some kind of fusible like Bondo web type thing, which sort of sticks and irons everything onto here, but it's just a smooth, flat surface. And if you can see, if you come in really closely, you do tend to get a little bit of fraying around the outside if you're just using this kind of running stitch here. Now, when you do turned applique, which is what we've done now, you won't get this rough edge here. So can you see you've just got this sort of raw edge here.
Yeah.
Now you can hide that if you're going to be doing, you can use satin stitch on your machine, or you can use blanket stitch, and that sort of hides that edge. But this is another method of being able to sort of eradicate that kind of shaping or sort of edge to it. So I'm just going to put that in the right place. I think sort of here or there I think. And then I'm just going to use my iron, and then that will heat up that bit of glue on the back of that that shape, and it will adhere to the cushion cover. And then you just need to stitch around the outside to finish it off.
Becky is a sewing genius, it says here.
Oh, was that my mum?
I think that was from our Rachel, actually. Radical Rach. Lots of you getting very excited about the Taste of the Next Level as well, by the way. What's that, Johnny? Oh, it automatically does it. Yes, it automatically does it. You don't have to, enter any codes or anything. It's all automatically done at checkout for you. So if you're a bronze member, you get 10% off. Silver, you're going to get 15. Gold, 20. Platinum, 25% off. On top of the 70% off deals that you've got on this show as well. So there's never been, as far as I'm concerned, a better time to buy the builder block systems particularly, but a great way to dip your toe in the water and look at that, ease your way into May, which is great. Can't believe it's May already? I can't believe it's May.
And it's nearly your birthday.
Well, I didn't want to mention it, but it is.
But you said to all of us, you're going to mention my birthday as often
Tomorrow.
as possible during the show.
But the day off tomorrow. Slacker, hashtag slacker. You'll have your birthday off, haven't you? Especially if it's a weekday, maybe not, but if it's a weekend, if it's a big birthday, like your 30th.
It's your 30th. I thought you were 22.
Oh, thank you.
You can pay me that.
Do you remember your
later.
30th?
I do remember my 30th birthday. We had a party in a big hall in Newton Abbot in Devon, and the theme was movie stars. I dressed up as Captain Jack Sparrow.
The theme was what? Movie stars.
What did you think I said?
I've got no idea.
Oh, right. Do you do anything special for your big birthdays?
Me?
Yeah.
Every birthday is a big birthday as far as I'm concerned. I think every birthday should be celebrated.
Aww.
And I need lots of presents.
Right.
It's my birthday coming up quite soon in June. No, I think last time I had a party and I went to Vegas for my last big birthday, which was quite good.
Which was your 30th?
21st.
Oh, God, 21st.
21st. Yeah. I'm looking forward to I want a big party for my 50th, which is the next big one that's coming up.
That's not your next birthday.
Yeah, that's my next birthday. My next big birthday.
I was going to say, it's not your next birthday.
No, if it's my birthday coming up in the 50th coming up in June, I would be making a really big thing of it.
Yeah.
I would have sent everybody personal messages saying, remember my birthday's coming up.
Yes.
But it's not, no, I've got a bit of time for that.
A little bit of time.
So you can see here, I've stitched around the outside. So you get this see here, you get this sort of nice edge to your applique. So it's a different method of putting that together. And I'm just going to put 2 pieces of fabric onto the back, and I'm going to sew around the outside, and that's going to make a cushion cover with these little leaves on them. But you could make a really nice sort of plant. You could use sort of one of our tumbler shapes to make a plant pot, and then maybe use these to make, what are those, not cacti, but what
Aloe
are those?
vera.
Yeah.
Oh, no, succulent.
Succulent plants, yeah, you could use all of those, and these sort of shapes all really lend themselves to that. And obviously you could then look at sort of quilting in here. You could use you can use other shapes. You can cut them out of some other fabric and lay them over the top. So there's all sorts of things you could do with this, and you don't have to worry that you haven't got a die cutting machine. If you haven't got one, it's something you can do with your rotary cutter just to create the same kind of effect.
Really cool. A lot of people love the applique tip as well. A lot of people really loving that. And Carletta just chatting about all of the extra discounts that we've got this weekend, saying all of these deals catching my eyes. But yes, plenty to get stuck into. We've actually got some cushion covers on the show as well, haven't we?
We have got some cushion covers, and actually you could put those onto, do this design on there. All you would need to do is when you're actually stitching it together, on your sewing machine, if you take away, and we're taking away this little sort of box part that goes at the front of the machine, so the actual part here is a little bit narrower, because you would need to sort of slide the whole sort of cushion cover underneath. Yeah, you can absolutely do sort of decorating on there, or you could maybe do a design and then sort of spray it and not even worry about sort of doing a applique, or do it by hand afterwards. But yeah, and I think actually the colours are very similar, the cushion covers that we've got on the show. But yeah, but that's something you can definitely do. Yeah,
we've got like a navy and a cream, I think, as well. It's like, you know, if you were like doing a starter project, maybe we've got like people who are fairly new to softcraft. I guess decorating and making a cushion cover would be quite a good starter project, right?
That's definitely the way to go. And the way the cushion cover I've got here is you've just got your sort of square front part, and then we do an envelope back, so you're not even having to worry about a zip. So I've just sort of finished off 2 edges here which overlap, and so they're the same width. Just line those up like that. And then you would put your other piece like so here. And then you've got this sort of envelope thing, so you'll pop your actual sort of little pad inside here, but you don't have to worry about any fixings. I can sew this round if we've got a bit of time.
Yeah, you can do.
So I might as well do that, and I can show you exactly what it looks like when it's all finished. So I'll just pin that around, and then we're just going to stitch all the way around the outside.
Around the outside.
Around the outside.
Around the outside.
Yes, team! I've got a lot of time for that. We'll watch Becky stitch, but so the deal I've got here actually in my hand, so you, the one that's on screen now, the Home DIY collection, so you're going to get 2 of your cotton tote bags included in the cream. So again, these are brilliant for personalisation. Like if you want to maybe potentially try the tips that Becky's just shown you there as well, that should be perfect. These are the cushion covers again in the dark. So again, similar to the colour that Becky's working with right now, you get 2 of those. And then quite handily in this bundle, we've also thrown in your 12 by 12 quilting stencils as well. And you're going to get 2 of those included in this set as well. So those are the 2 designs that you're going to get. So a great way for you to be able to be customising these, whether you use the quilting stencil or potentially pick up and use some of the tips that Becky's shown you today. Again, great price on this. 2 cushion covers, 2 tote bags and the stencils. £12 today or $16. That's not the platinum price, that's the gold price. Platinum price, you've got another 5% off. It is £9 or $12. So some seriously good deals to be had today. Should be normally, over £40, over $50. So snap these up whilst they're available. The Taste of the Next Level event continues across the bank holiday weekend.
Ben, do you reckon if you had a fabric pen, they would be good with your Centangle? Because you could use a stencil to draw your shapes, then you could Centangle it inside, couldn't you?
That is a shout, isn't it?
Yeah.
Have you done a bit of Centangle?
No, I haven't. I keep thinking, do I want to invest? Because I have a feeling that if I started, it might be a rabbit hole I might not be able to get out of.
The thing is, as well, as when Sandra was in it was this time last week actually, I did have a go, and it passed the Moseby test, i.e. if I can do it, anybody can do it. And I had a go during the show, and it is very addictive. Very easy to get some good results very quickly. So, yeah.
I think that would look nice.
I do.
It's very therapeutic, isn't it? You know, that's like, you know, sort of doodling with a purpose.
I like that, doodling with purpose. Yeah. Very mindful.
Yeah, yeah.
But yes, lots of great ideas. Feel free to get in touch and say hello if you're watching this morning, wherever you may be. Let us know what you've got planned if you're here in the UK, what you're doing over the bank holiday weekend. And also, again, if you're in the US, let us know what your weekend's looking like. Don't normally have a bank holiday weekend at the start of May, do we? Or do we?
Yeah, always do.
Oh, do we?
Always have one at the beginning. Yeah. May Day, it's called May Day.
May Day.
Yes.
All right, I thought it was at the end of May for some reason.
No.
We always have quite a lot in May, don't we? We've got loads coming up. We've got all the Jubilee.
Yeah, they run
things
into
as
June
well.
now, don't they?
We've got 2 extra days in June, haven't we?
Yeah.
2nd and 3rd of June.
Yeah.
Yeah, August bank holiday. 2 in August, isn't there?
1.
Oh, 1 in August.
End of August.
End of August. I'm trying to add more bank holidays. One more
if
holiday.
you say it, it doesn't make it happen just because you say it lots of times.
You're always on holiday anyway.
Hey? Oh, don't start that again. I'm in for 2 days this week. Did 3 last week.
Wow, you must be exhausted.
Oh, I am. I'll tell you what. 40 minutes into my day. Going for a lie down in a minute.
So I've just sewn all the way around the outside,
Around the outside.
So I've just turned that inside out. I've trimmed the sort of little corners, and you can see we've got this envelope back. So you just need to pop your little cushion pad in there, and then that will just sort of fold over. Now, depending on how fat your cushion cover is, you may want to have more of an overlap on there. But this is a really good way of doing a quick cushion cover, and particularly good for anybody that's new to sewing, that doesn't want to sort of worry about any kind of sort of zips or any other sort of paraphernalia to secure your cushion cover together. But that's how you would do it.
Really lovely. And again, you can get the homeware DIY collection, as we've shown you, 6 elements there, £12, $16. Everything that you're seeing on the show, actually, you can pick up. Those shape cutters, again, super handy to have. You've got the orange peel and also the Dresden cutter as well. Again, both of those available for you in this bundle. Great price again today, should be £40, $50, £15.99 or $19.96. You get another 5% comes off that if you are a Platinum member, because of course you're getting 25% off as the Taste of the Next Level event. And we've also got, as we always do on our Softer Side of Life shows, have our Builder Block of the Week.
Builder Block of the Week.
Well, I say we. Becky came up with that last week, and I really like it quite a lot. So yes, we do it. We do it. I didn't even cue her to that one. No, she just.
Do you know? As soon as I get our list of all the products that are going to be on the show and I read through it, I sing that little thing to myself. Pretty much the way I imagine everyone else, when they see foam on a roll, sings, you know, your little foam on the roll kind of ditty.
The thing is, not everybody sings that now. They like to sing it, but then it's sort of been going on quite a while. A few people have dropped off the bandwagon. But yours is new.
Yeah.
So I think probably a lot of people, maybe it's the new foam on a roll song.
Maybe.
So yes, this is the patchwork system. It is the Builder Block, and it is this week's
Builder Block of the Week.
74.99, 104.96. I really like it. And there's your gold member price today, not platinum. This is phenomenal because you're going to get within this set your half square triangle set, you're going to get your quarter square and your square die set as well, allowing you again to make blocks from 3-inch up to 12-inch blocks. So again, you can mix and match these dies up, creating your different patchwork designs. Of course, with the Builder Blocks as well, you've got that built-in seam allowance, so it's giving you that precision, it's giving you the ease of use. And remember, it's all about being able to cut multiple layers at the same time. It's all about that precision, it's all about time saving. And you know, essentially, it's all about having a lot of fun with this, because it's the same with like your paper craft, isn't it? You want to get into the actual crux of things, the actual kind of, you know, the making, the creative side of things. So if you can get all of the cutting done without the fuss of having to, you know, worry about measuring, worry about, you know, whether all your bits and pieces are going to fit together nicely, you're going to get into the creative side of things a lot quicker. And that's what the Builder Block system allows you to do. And once again today, price is phenomenal. You're saving, what, £25, $35, less another 25% if you're platinum. It's a great opportunity to pick this system up. And is this kind of like your sort of base system, right? That you would then add, it's not confusing, but you can obviously pick up any of the other Builder Blocks I've shown you. Yeah. But this is kind of like the base system that you can then add to, isn't it?
Yeah, because I think that, you know, the squares and quarter square triangles, and half square triangles are like your traditional kind of shapes, and there's a huge amount of different things that you can do with those. There's lots of different sort of designs you can do. But yeah, they're like your key shapes, and they would have been the ones that traditionally, out of all of them, would have been the easiest ones for you to cut, but they still would have taken quite some time. I mean, if you're going to cut a square, you've got to cut 4 times. So obviously, you know, that takes a bit of time, and you're not going to be able to cut more than a couple of layers at a time with a rotary cutter. So these are going to be, you can be able to interchange these. So some of these with your squares, you could then potentially use one of your sort of orange peels that will sit inside one of those squares at a diagonal. And so there's all sorts of different things you could do with these, and you can absolutely incorporate these with other Builder Block dies that we've got on the set on the show today.
And talking of other Builder Blocks, by the way, Shadiah loves the jingle. She says, that is so good, Becky, and your voice is sweet. You're doing some singing soon, aren't you, anyway? So that's what I've heard.
What?
You're doing like a gig soon or something, aren't you?
Shh, it's a secret gig.
Secret gig. You might find out about it nearer the time.
I won't be able to keep quiet about it, let's be honest.
No. And you'll have to do some practice as well, won't you?
Yeah, I think so. Quite a lot of practice I think I'm going to have to do.
I didn't mean it like that. You definitely have to do some practice, seriously. If that's all you've got, Builder Block of the Week. Talking of Builder Blocks, we've got the designer collection. This is a buy 3, get 3 free deal, which is not easy to say. In this collection, you've got... so this is the designer collection, because we've obviously got designs by the likes of Joe Avery included, right?
Yeah, Joe Avery and Karen Lewis,
Yes.
who both work together, and they're quite sort of, if you look at their social media, you'll see the kind of things that they produce. So they've done these designs for us, and each one you've got 3 different sort of items that you can make. So there's generally some kind of quilt or wall hanging, an item, a block that you can make. We've got cushions, we've got table mats, all sorts of different things that you could do with these. But of course, you don't have to just sort of stick with whichever project is in that sort of builder block. You may think, oh, actually, that sewing machine cover I really like, but I want to use a different block. You can absolutely then sort of interchange the details about how to put that together and use a different block for making that sewing machine cover, for example. So we've, as I was saying before, we've used sort of plain fabrics in all of these, so you can really sort of see the patterns. But obviously, patterns, the designs, but if you use patterned fabric, that can really sort of make a huge difference, a huge change to the kind of patterns that you're seeing here, but really effective.
Yeah, you got 4 of the Joe Avery designs in there, which I showed you, and then these are the Karen Lewis designs that you've got included as well. And again, an absolute steal when you consider over £200 normally, $240 platinum price, well, gold price today, $79.99, $94.39, less another 5% off that, of course, if you are a platinum member today. We're going to have a look at these. Of course, we still to come over the course of the next hour and a bit. We will be looking ahead to what's coming up in our craft along a little bit later on, because Corrine is here for that craft along. 6 o'clock tonight UK time, it's 1 o'clock Eastern, and of course lots more to come as far as softer side is concerned. 2 o'clock this afternoon, 9 a.m. Eastern with Becky. But let's squeeze in one more demo if we can. Look at this cushion.
Yeah, so this is the cushion from the Eastham collection, and it looks really, really effective. So I'm going to sort of put this together and show you how to make it. So I've already pre-cut all my shapes using the builder block, but if I open up my actual pack, you can see what we've got in here. So you've got your thick, heavy, dies, these are your multimedia dies, so you could use these for all sorts of different fabrics, and they will cut sort of 6 layers of quilting cotton, sometimes 8. I did try 10 the other day.
Wow.
Didn't quite cut them all, but you can see the kind of fabric that you want to use these for. Absolutely use them for things like sort of you could use them for leather or fake leather, faux leather, or denim, something like that that's much thicker, but obviously you'd be able to cut less layers of fabric. Now, when you've got your little booklet in here, which has got all the information that you need to show you how to cut everything, and it talks about cutting with the grain, which is what we've talked about in the past, which is making sure your fabric is basically sort of straight on when you're placing your shapes on there. And that's to ensure that when you're sort of sewing everything together, you're not going to have any sort of stretching of your fabric. So if you're cutting things on a curve, and like a diagonal, there's more of a stretch in those than there is in a straight piece of fabric. And each of these little booklets will have the details about how to make each one of these projects. So it shows you in here how many of each shape you need to cut, and whether you need to cut some of them on the reverse. So if you're using plain fabrics, obviously it doesn't really matter, but if you're using patterned fabrics, some of these you'll have to sort of turn the fabric the opposite way in order to get the right amount of shapes in the right configuration. And it will show you also how to put everything together. So there is a set way of building these blocks, excuse the pun, but there's a set way of putting those all together. Now, I found the best thing for me to do when I was putting these together and working out the colours was I just used this and I sort of printed it out on a photocopier, and then I just marked out which colours were going to go where, and almost did like a bit of a colouring in session to work out how I was going to put those things together. And I always find that quite useful if I'm using different colours, just to see how everything looks before I put it together. But I've used plain colours here today. So I've already got a few of my pieces here, so I will show you how I put them together. So we've got one here. So this piece here is my sort of triangle, which is 6 item 6 here, and then we've got item 5, so this other triangle with the edge cut off. And this forms the first part of your block. And then I'm going to sew one of these small triangles onto here. Now you've got these little edges that are cut off. So with all of our builder blocks, we've already taken into account that you don't want those little pieces that you're going to need to trim off your fabric once you've sewn it together. And we've already taken into account your 1/4 of an inch seam allowance. So this does mean that when you come to sew everything together, you just need to mark out or place your little triangle, and those little notches will line up perfectly against this edge of your triangle, and you're just going to stitch along here, and that's going to mean that when you fold it out, you won't have any pieces that you need to trim off, and it'll just make everything nice and easy for you. So I'm going to go ahead and sew that together now.
Good question from Angela on YouTube.
Yep.
Says, do you need a special plate for the dies, as in when you cut them out?
We'd recommend using our fabric plates if you have those, particularly if you're going to take advantage of the mammoth sale that we've got on all of these. You're going to be using them a lot, or hopefully you'll be using them a lot.
Yes.
And it's definitely well worth using the fabric plates because they don't mark as much as just using your ordinary plates that come with your Gemini machine. If you don't have them, you can still absolutely use them. It's not a problem, but you will find you will get marks when you use these because obviously they're sort of heavier duty dies when you're putting them through your machine. And
we did have them in stock, the plates. So yeah, do check the web. Best thing to do is if you go to the website, just type in the search bar, look for the fabric plates, and hopefully, fingers crossed, those will be in stock for you. Johnny tells me they are. As always, if you ever do search the web and you find something that you want isn't in stock, you can obviously click the link below the product to get emailed when that product is back in stock. So it's super handy to have that there. But yeah, Angela, great question. Super busy for these as well. Very, very busy. Even considering it's 6 o'clock East Coast, 3 a.m. West Coast. Lots of people waking up to these amazing deals. And nice that we've been able to roll over these deals from our UK warehouse clearance. You can thank producer Johnny. He's sort of add a bit of a word and got it sorted for you.
It's such a good deal, you don't want people to miss out, do you?
Exactly right.
So we're going to do this next part of the block. So we've got a big sort of diamond that we've cut out. We've got 2 triangles in the white and in the yellow, and I'm going to put them together in exactly the same way. So I'm folding them over. I'm just making sure that those edges meet. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to do this side first of all, then I'm going to do the opposite side, and then I'm going to do those others too. And it just makes sure that everything sort of lines up nicely and folds flat.
Are you here across the weekend, or is this you now? Is it today?
This is it. So I've been away from home since Wednesday afternoon.
Yeah.
So I've got to go home and get ready to go wedding dress shopping. Very exciting.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is that all weekend? Is it?
It's going to be Sunday rather, but I think it's pretty much going to be all Sunday. So I'm very excited. And I'm hoping that I can try on some wedding dresses, even though I'm not getting married, but just, it's just disappointing otherwise, isn't it?
Well, I can imagine it probably is. I don't know, having never been.
Send pictures to hubby. What do you think of this one?
Can you imagine?
No, you know what he'd say? You've already got a dress, just like that at home, wouldn't he? Try and squeeze into your original wedding dress from 22 years ago. That would be a challenge.
I can imagine it's one of those things though, like where you think of typical blokes going out shopping. I can remember when we went and got our suits for the wedding with my ushers and my best man. It was literally just yeah, that'll do. In and out the shop in sort of half an hour. But yeah, I'm sure Laura was looking for her dress for weeks.
Well, I was really lucky actually because, really lucky. When I got engaged, my husband said, or my fiancé said, well, you're going to have to start sort of planning, working out what you want to wear. And I was like, don't be stupid, I know exactly what I want to wear. And I drew it out for my mum, and we went out looking for it the sort of next weekend. But I knew exactly what I wanted. And I'd found a dress which was pretty close to what I wanted, but I couldn't find... I wanted a crown, of course. Of
course you wanted a crown. Wouldn't expect anything less.
I couldn't find a crown, and I found a lady, and she made amazing dresses, and she made crowns, and I used to go to college with her. So I was like, right, this is it. This is where I have to go. And actually, she worked on the dress, and we made a few changes, and I had this fabulous dress.
Did you get mates rates as well then?
I think I did get a little bit of a discount, yeah, and she came and did my hair and my makeup as well, so that was really good.
Right.
But I had a Chinese dragon on my dress,
Wow.
which my godmother beaded and embroidered for me as my wedding gift.
That's amazing.
So it was, and the fabric my mum had gone and sourced in China for the dress. So you know, it was quite cool, and it's a little bit different.
We need to see a picture of that now.
It's the biggest dress you've ever seen.
You've obviously still got it, right?
Yeah.
What
But
was
it's enormous. I mean, honestly, it's pretty much the same size as this whole table. It's huge. As I went down the aisle, I knocked down all the chairs. It's crazy. It's the biggest dress you'll ever see.
Is it traditional? Is it white?
Yeah, ivory.
Yeah.
Ivory and gold.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's huge. I'll put a picture up on.
Yeah, put it up on your socials. I'd love to see that.
It's huge. So I don't know whether we're going for something quite like that this weekend with my niece, but I don't care because I'm excited anyway.
Do all ladies then do keep their wedding dresses, right?
Not necessarily.
Oh,
No.
my wife got hers.
I mean, I had an idea that I might wear it again, you know, just to the supermarket maybe, I don't know.
That would be brilliant. Well, knock all the stuff off the shelves as you walk down.
But when I had my first child, before I had my second one, I was like, right, I'm determined to be able to fit back into this wedding dress before I have another baby. And I did manage to do it, but I don't think it'll go anywhere near me now. I just don't. My daughter says she'd like to wear it when she gets married, so that's good. Yeah. She's about 4 foot taller than I am. And super skinny, so I don't know how that's going to work.
Well, a few alterations here and there, you know.
Quite a few alterations I think we're going to need. So I've sewn that together, and I've already sewn my other pieces together. So I'm just going to start building this together here. So we're going to have a couple like that down here, and then we can have some others around here.
Marcia says, Becky, we need pics.
Yeah, no problem. I've got plenty of wedding pics. Just don't laugh about how big the dress is, because it is enormous. There we go. So we've just got another one down here, one here, and then we'd finish off with another one of these diamonds here, and you can see how that goes together.
Yeah.
Now that's using those different colours. Now this is a slightly different, this is the same shapes, but put in a slightly different configuration, and you can see how effective those two look. So you're just, if you may think, oh, just by buying this sort of one builder block, you're only going to get one sort of option, but there's so many different ways of putting all of these together.
Yeah.
So you're definitely going to have a lot of different options in order to make those.
And I would imagine, again, you know, the fun side of this is, isn't it, having a bit of a play, seeing the combinations, not just the combinations of the dyes, but the combinations of the different colours of the materials that you're going to be using as well. We've got a lovely selection of materials on the show for you as well, in case you want some block colours. It's a brilliant show to be shopping. Don't forget, of course, best way to do it is to head to our website right now. You've got the Shop the Day page that will bring you up everything that we've got coming up for you right across the day today. And of course, this was just a bit of a little soupçon, a little sneaky peek as to what is coming up later on with Becky. Thank you so much for now.
Thank you. I'll see you a bit later.
You will. We'll be catching up with Becky from 2 o'clock this afternoon for a full 2 hours on the softer side of life. But bear in mind, more people will be up and about. These deals will be flying out of the door. Up to 70% off the Builder Block collections. And don't forget that Taste of the Next Level event, giving our Platinum members another 25% off. Wherever you are within Club Inspire, you'll get an extra 5% off what you normally do. Lots of items in baskets right now. So we're going to take a quick little break. When we come back, we're going to have a preview with the lovely Corrine about what's coming up on the craft along a little bit later on. Until then, head to the checkouts and we'll come back in just a moment.
Welcome to Club Inspire, the crafters' companion community where you can feed your crafty obsession. Join our fantastic loyalty club today and receive 20% off your first order. We'll also give you 250 points to help get you started. Other benefits of joining Club Inspire include exclusive special offers and discounts for Club Inspire members only, exclusive sneak peek previews of brand new product launches, and of course the Club Inspire community group on Facebook. where you can access exclusive content such as downloads, offers and inspiration, and of course you can chat and share your makes with other members. You'll receive 1 point for every £1, dollar or euro you spend, and the more points you receive, the more benefits you'll unlock. So what are you waiting for? Sign up, join the club and start rewarding yourself today.
Quick Buy, all your crafting must-haves in a flash. Take all the hard work out of patchwork with the Gemini Build-A-Block Patchwork System. This innovative collection of multimedia dies allows you to create patchwork blocks with ease and total accuracy. This set includes 18 dies to cut a range of shapes and sizes for patchwork or quilting projects. They can cut multiple layers of fabric at once. They include an accurate 1/4-inch seam allowance, plus all of your pieces are cut exactly the same size every time. Follow your own creative inspiration or look through the 20 patterns laid out in the guide. Not enough? There's an additional 60 patterns online. And right now, we have amazing offers on the Gemini Build-A-Block Patchwork System. Quick Buy, get yours now. Welcome to Crafters TV. With more than 35 hours of live shows each week, it's your home for all things craft. We shine the spotlight on new and innovative crafting products with live tutorials and demonstrations. Join our family of craft experts where fun happens every day.
Quiet. The neighbours.
I'm all out of Zoom. I'm so lost without you. I'm not singing.
Lisa, if you email in, don't send a picture of your air fryer. Make sure it's something creative.
Get creative and craft along. With our amazing deals, your next craft project is just a click away. Tune in live 7 days a week, or you can watch us on Catch Up at crafterscompanion.com, Facebook, or our YouTube channels. You can chat to us, craft along, and meet new friends by joining our online crafting community.
You entertain us. You give us a community to talk, in the chat. That wouldn't happen without you guys. It's like Crafters Companion is magical. There's magic here.
Joy, there's not a dry eye in the studio here. Debbie's welling up, I'm welling up.
There's a show for every type of crafter, from first-time dabblers to full-time makers. Crafters TV, create every day.
Hello and a very good afternoon if you're here with us in the UK. Good morning if you are watching with us in the US. Welcome to Wake Up Call. My name is Ben Moseby. We've already had our first hour previewing what's coming up on the softer side of life in just under 2 hours' time. After that, 6 o'clock this evening, we have got a Craft Along, our award-winning show where you get to craft along in real time with us. That's what it's all about, basically. You can join us. By the way, if you ever want to do that, you can message us and get involved and join us live. But if you just want to craft along from the comfort of your own home, you can do that as well. We back up all the details you need of everything for that particular craft along, and then we do it in real time. This evening, going to be concentrating on the interchangeable seam die collection. Such a clever concept is this, and such a brilliant way for you to be able to make your cards stand out and also give you the ability to create your own 3D scenes. The clever thing about these is not only do you get, so we're having a look first of all at your fairy glade, not only do you get these two scenes, as it were, but the scene dies themselves are split in half. So if you decide that you want to be able to mix and match and make your own scene up, then you've got the ability to do that. And actually, some of these will work with the other collections that you'll get within this bundle. So it's a really clever way of being able to do it. You can set the scene perfectly, and then you've got loads of other added dies for you as well to be able to create those magical scenes. I'll show you through the boards first of all, then we'll take a look at a few of the cards. Really cute. Different sizes as well, these. So perfect for all sorts of different size cards and different kind of scenes to build up. So this one here is your country cottage. Really beautiful. Once again, build this up with that kind of woodland scene, but then if you want to add more of the foliage in there, you can. I absolutely love the little house that you're going to get and the little picket fence as well, where you can even open that gate up, add the bird table, add the post box into there as well. And if you just want to use these flat, if you don't want to use these 3D, obviously you can cut these and add the elements on your cards, no problem at all. You've then got the African Savannah. Again, how gorgeous is this? Remember when we launched these, this was the most popular individually You've got all of the different animals there. Know what that reminds us of, the lion down there. But again, build these scenes up, totally personalise these, create these to look exactly how you want them to look. The tropical paradise, absolutely beautiful. Again, with your flamingos and your tropical birds, build those up and create some wonderful scenes. And then once again, we're off to the wonderful woodland, always very popular when you've got those woodland dyes and you've got those woodland creatures, perfect for all sorts of occasions and all year round. And again, super that we've not just given you the one dye to create a scene, you've got two, split in two, so again, you can create and customise that scene exactly how you want it to look. And then again, we finish off with our fairy tale forest, which is absolutely beautiful. I think I've shown you them all, have I? Yes, I have. Let's just show you a few cards again, just to show you just how super versatile these are to create the most beautiful cards. They're stunning, Corrine, aren't they? Because the fact is you can use them in so many different ways and use them for so many different card types as well.
Yeah, of course you can. There's so many different. I love the way you've got oval, you've got circles, you've got squares. You know, so your apertures are all the different shapes as well, which gives you so much versatility. And then all the extras. When you look at that, you think, wow. Amazing,
so cool,
isn't it? And you don't have to put a lot of depth behind them. The craft along we're going to do is going to be really quite dimensional, and I'm going to do a couple now just to show you some different ways. Look at that. That castle is perfect just as an embellishment, isn't it?
Yeah.
You don't have to use it in the scenes. And I love how, if you look at the woodland one and the other one we're going to use, like the fairy tale forest, you can interlink different ones together. So
exactly
don't
right.
think you have to just use them almost as standalone elements. They just all interlink together beautifully.
That's one of my favourites as well, the little country cottages. It's like look at all the different layers that you've got there, like a 3D postcard, that almost, isn't it? Really
beautiful.
Stunning. These are available individually for you should you wish, and on a multi-buy for you. 2 for £35, 2 for $40. Platinum price today. Actually, that's not your platinum price, is it? That's your gold member price. So the platinum price is another 5% off, £71.24. 82.46. So don't tell anybody. But if you bought these, if you didn't buy these at launch and you're getting them today, you're getting a better deal, aren't you?
Get an extra 5% off.
Shh! Don't tell anybody. It's our Taste of the Next Level event, by the way. In case you didn't know, wherever you are within Club Inspire, you'll move up to the next level just for this weekend. We're obviously talking a lot about the platinum price, but you can see on the screen just here. Yes, Charlotte. There you go, it shows you where you're going to be. So if you're a bronze member, 10% off. Silver member, 15% off. If you are a gold member, 20% off. So gold members become platinum members. Platinum members, I mean, we haven't even got a word for you. You become extra. What is the next thing?
Platinum Plus.
Oh, yes, I like that, Corrine. Yeah, it's not a real thing, but we'll call it that. Platinum Plus, yes, 25% off all orders. Ease your way into May. And these deals are live for you, this Taste of the Next Level, up until the end of play on May the 2nd. Shall we get going and have a look at these bad boys in action? We've got the craft along later on. We can talk more about that with Corrine as we go. But which set are you going to use, Corrine?
We're going to use the wonderful woodland first. So the first demo I'm going to do, we're going to do a little bit of colouring and we're going to mix it up. The second demo I'm going to do, we're just going to use like 2 or 3 colours, and we're not going to do any. No, we're not. We're going to do black and white. That's right. So no colouring, nothing like that. Just to show you, not everybody likes to get the pens out. They sometimes just like those different, those monochromes. And I'll do that again if we have time after the craft along. So you've got these 2 dies and they do split apart. So that means that you can have them pop together just like that, and you can see and you get the perfect oval. But if you want to, and this is what we're going to do in the craft along, you can pull them apart and you can make that aperture as big or as small as you want. So let me just centre that up, and I'm just going to pop that there. So my 2 dies are just, now that's not quite centre, is it? So let's just move that across. If you're doing this, please take a little bit longer to make sure you get that in the middle. So there we go, that looks not bad at all. So I'm going to put my tape, I'm going to sort of press my tape down in the middle, and I'm just going to tape it where the 2 join, but make sure most of the tape, oops, you see, is in the middle. There we go. So that's my waist, and then I can cut these out. So I've got the right plates. Yep, there we go. So I'm just going to pop these, and the great thing is they'll go through your smaller die cutting machines as well. I'm just using my Gemini Junior plates, but I think they'll go through your MIDI.
Yeah.
And all the embellishments will definitely go through you go.
Mini, yeah.
I'm sorry, I'm looking over there at the machines.
They're all lined up, aren't they?
They're all lined up and I'm trying to work out. Now look at this. This is cut absolutely beautifully. So just careful with that tape. And there we are. Now, once you've done that, I've taken it off. I should have left it on. What I like to do then is, and I haven't got it out, can I see my embossing mats? There we go. If I can get this to pop back on, we can do that. I shouldn't have taken it straight off. What you can then do, let me pop them on. Oh, tried the right way up. Pop those back on. Let's put the mat
so you're going to
underneath.
run it again and get the emboss?
Yeah, because they are actually designed, if you can see all these lines, to emboss. So let's just pop that back on. There we go. Let's put a little piece of tape there and then a little bit just there. So let's just do that. I drop out my magnetic shim sometimes. You don't have to drop out your magnetic shim, I don't think, when you emboss, but I find sometimes it can be a little bit too much otherwise, and it starts to crack the card. So let's just put that through. Now, if you wanted to, then you could ink through. I saw a card where I'm sure they'd done that. Which one was it? It was one of them. Perhaps it wasn't one I had out, but they definitely got one where they'd inked through the elements, so you can see. So there we are. So we can you see now? If you look on there, on the back, I don't know, yeah, you can just about see that. You can see the deboss. So there we go. We can take that, and then that. Take that off, lift that, and now. And it's going to help you with your colouring. So in the fairy tale one, with the Prince and Princess, I'm just looking for my pokey tool, with the Prince and Princess, I found that to colour them in, I found it a lot easier to emboss because then I could see where my colouring lines go. So I've cut my first scene out. So these are my trees. We're going to colour that in just 1 minute. Let's do all our cutting first. So the next thing I've got a card blank, and I'm going to pop my card blank onto my plate just there, and then I'm going to get my second set of dies, and we're going to just make sure I've got these the right way up. So my card is going to, let's do it that way, my card is going to open up that way, and then my trees, I have got them, go that way. So I'm going to pop those on. Now, the great thing is it doesn't matter if they're not perfectly lined up, but let me just pop that on where I want it to go. I need to go up a little bit higher.
Yeah.
When you're doing mats and layers, it's always best to start at your top layer and work down. If you start at your bottom layer, you can't then see through it to work up to the next one. Does that make sense?
Absolutely,
if you work from the top, you can always, I'm just going to put a little piece of tape on here and see, just take those down, just there. I'm trying to tape onto the waist because this tape can be quite sticky, and then tape on. I'm screwing up my tape. I'm not doing very well with my tape today.
Do people ask, by the way, you're going to give us a sneak peek of your craft along?
Of course I will. It is on social media, but I will show you in a minute.
Okay.
So, actually, I just need to go up a little bit more. Let me just lift that.
By the way, thank you as well. I'd forgotten about this. We're thinking of a name for the next... Obviously, there isn't a next level for Platinum. It's only for this weekend where you get 25% off. Suzette Sue says it's called Platy Plus, Ben.
Very good.
Platter Plus. As in platter... What is it?
Platinum Plus.
Yeah, but what's the actual animal that's based on?
Platypus.
Oh, yes. Sorry. Yes. Platy Plus.
There we go. Right. So now I've got that on there. I can do this. Now what I do is I always make sure the bit of card I don't want to cut is hanging off out the edge, otherwise we'd go through both layers. And the thing is this would probably go through both layers. The other one you could do is, if you do need to tuck your card in, is put your metal cutting shim in between.
Yes.
So that you can wrap your other card underneath and it's not going to cut through. There we go. So let's have a go. Before we take it all off, because it's caught in my magnetic shim, I'm just going to put my embossing mat on, because this one shows so much detail when you emboss it. Let's take that out, and then we can put that on. You see, it's much easier if you do it in the right order. And the great thing is, if you line it up to your card edge, just like that, you don't get a crease. Because there's no, it almost puts a crease in where you've already got the fold.
Got you.
So you don't get any marks. Works best. There we go. Now, if you wanted to, you could keep this white, black, and I'll show you another one in a minute with the black and white. But these are lovely, the way they just, swap out. Now, can you see on there? Look at all the bark markings.
Silver birch trees, those are.
It is silver birch, but they've got so many lovely markings come on there. So what we've got now is we've got our 2 scenes that come there. So can you see straight away the depth? This, you know, you're always building that story in, aren't you?
Yeah.
But if you wanted to bring in some of the fairy tale bits, because that's got some beautiful trees in there, then you could. So we need to just to sort of start to decorate these up. And what I've got is I've got a piece of paper card, and this is from Crafter's Companion Contemporary Watercolour Paper Pad. I don't know if you know that one. So that's going to go through there, and it's just going to give us a really quick and easy background. Now, if you wanted to get your ink pads out and create your own background, then go for it, but this is so much quicker. So all I'm going to do is take this away, and then I'm just going to get my pens. Now, we've got some illustrators on the show, haven't we?
We have got illustrators on the show, you're correct.
We certainly do. So I've just got a scrappy bit of paper here, and I should have got a big one. So I'm just going to colour through. So I've got 3 here. I've got TN7, TN8 and TN9. So these are going to be perfect for colouring my trees.
Yep.
So we can come in here, and I don't want to go, it's not going to show, but I'm going to try and keep within, and you've got almost like bumper bars there, look, haven't you?
So like what?
Colour. Bumper bars. So it shows you where to colour into.
Oh, like when you go bowling and you stick the stick the sides up.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So I can come in first with my lightest colour. We were talking about that with something else, what we were saying before, and I say, no, it's like bumper bars. I can't remember what it was. I was doing something else, and I can't remember what...
I was about to say the same thing. I've not been bowling for ages, and last time I went, I want to say, like, must be like 3 or 4 years. And I'm very competitive with everything. And I remember, because obviously when the kids go, they have the bumper bars up, don't they? And you can put them down for the adults. And I remember George, he was probably about 10 or 11, and he was bragging that he beat me. I was like, well, no, you didn't really, did you, mate? Because you were like, you bumped them off the bumper bars all the way down. Like, they must have hit the bars about 8 times before they actually rolled down and hit the pin. So you didn't actually win. Next time, we'll play without the bumper bars, see how well you get on then.
It always used to be something we would do on Christmas Eve afternoon.
What, going 10-pin bowling?
Yeah, always did, yeah. Christmas Eve afternoon. It's the longest afternoon for kids, isn't it?
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Kids just don't know what to do with themselves on Christmas Eve afternoon. And we always used to go 10-pin bowling and then play pool and stuff.
That's a nice idea.
Yeah, yeah, that's always what we used to do.
Johnny said he took his kids to the beach on Christmas Eve last year. Let them run around. There you go. Yeah. Freeze in. Have some fun.
There we go. Yeah, you've got to do something. They've got to make them sleep somehow, haven't you?
Yeah,
absolutely.
It can
it's
be
the longest day
day
for kids, isn't it? But there you go. Can you see now? I've just added into. Oh, I've missed a little bit. This is sometimes what happens when you colour white on white. You don't always see the bits you miss. But can you see? We can just start adding in the shading to the trees. They look absolutely brilliant. Now I love the Illustrator pens. These are sort of our top of the range for colouring. So you get the lovely brush and then the small bullet as well. And you're going to find that's really, really useful with some of these to colour in the detail. So I'll just do this tree as well, but I've got one that's already coloured.
Yeah, we've got the 4-piece set, 48 pens. There's 216 in total, but you're getting 48. And like Corrine was saying, you've got your fine tip, haven't you? And you've got that beautiful Japanese brush nib on these as well. So perfect for giving you those... the perfect for, I always think for nature, perfect for skin, perfect for if you like to sort of do animal fur. It gives you that really, really cool effect when you use that flicking technique. You've got 4 different collections. You've got your figure, landscape, sketching and seascape. I'll show you all the colours in more detail in just a bit, but £25, $45 you're saving today. Platinum price, well, gold price, £59.
That's good, isn't it, for 48 pens?
That is really good.
Very good.
Really
now, don't worry about here. Can you see? I've not spent ages, and when we do the craft along, you're going to see some of them, and I'm going to show you sort of different ways that I build up the edges to make sure you get a neater edge. But we're not going to see this edge, so I can actually. Doesn't matter if it goes over a little bit. If you see what I mean, we're going to hide all of this when we come along. So let's just. Come on down here. All I'm just doing is just adding in bits of shade, and then once you've done, you just go in and you blend it in with your palest colour once again, just like that. And it just doesn't take, you can't actually do it wrong. You see, it just blends in, just like that. There we go. And all the pens that I'm using today will be in those sets. So for this, for now, and also for the craft along later.
Brilliant.
All of the pens. I mean, if you've got a TN7 in a different, just like the tri-blends.
That's in the figure. That's in this collection.
Yeah, they're absolutely brilliant. So can you see how that's coloured like that? And once you've coloured them all, you've got them just like that. So it's entirely up to you how you colour them. Can you just see we've got our shading down the edges, but absolutely perfect. So then we need to colour in our next layer, which are our trees. I've got one here. There we go. I've got a couple. So then again, I'm going to just come in with my pens. Where we go. Put it back on my card. Just to come in with the brown. And again, be as neat as you can, but it's not the end of the world. And because we're going to cover up the edges as well. So you will see in a minute that it doesn't matter if you come very slightly over the edge. I'll just do one side of this to show you. We can come down here.
Let's just say hello to Betty, who's watching, says trying to get a sneak peek at work.
Hi, Betty.
Let us know where you are, Betty. Let us know where you work. Let us know where you're watching from today. Generally, I'm always intrigued as to where people watch from. Maybe we can find like who's watching in the weirdest place today. Do you know what I mean? Or in a place where they shouldn't necessarily be watching. I still remember now, it's a friend's wedding a few years ago, and my rugby team got to the final, they got the grand final, and I was actually, during the speeches and stuff, underneath the table, I had my tablet and I was watching the game with one headphone.
And was your wife going absolutely mad with you?
She was going absolutely berserko.
I bet she...
Yeah.
Yeah, but I suppose, because you're used to talk back, you know not to react.
Yeah.
But I mean, somebody else who isn't used to having somebody talking in their ear might. I
like to concentrate as well at the same time, which was useful. But we nearly didn't go because it was that big of a game. But then I said like, well, in my mind, we didn't nearly go, but we were always going. But yeah, Mrs. M wasn't too happy after that. Thankfully, it was a friend from sort of my side and not one of hers. And I think if it had been one of her sort of friends, yeah, it might have been even worse. But let's know where you're watching from today. We would love to know. Weirdest place. Betty's watching in Oklahoma, where the wind comes sweeping down the plain. Where are you working, Betty? Or maybe don't tell us, just in case any other bosses are watching us on the fly as well. Can you imagine?
I've got the same pen twice. Let me just see if I can find... I was like to DG4.
That's all right.
I picked up the same pen twice.
Oh, what colour do you need? I can probably help you out over here.
Oh, yeah, you've probably got it. DG4, please.
Oh, hang on then. Wait there. DG4.
Yes, please.
DG. Yeah, there we go. DG4, forest green. I've got it.
Yep.
That is in your landscape pack.
Dark green for, sorry,
yeah,
dark
that's
green.
Right. DG4, here we go. Ready, steady,
Please don't do that.
No, because if I tell me to...
No. I am the worst person at catching. Thank you very much.
Welcome.
Oh, dear.
The thing is no my luck, I'll probably chuck it and it'll lit one of the lights or something, and then I'll get John in here and he...
So I'm just coming in now and colouring in, following the patterns, and then you can always put in a little bit of shade down the edge, all the way. So you just add in, can you see, just a little bit of shading, and it will all... Sometimes you think, oh, where's it going? And then it just suddenly clicks, doesn't it? And then we can just add in a little bit more around the edge. There we go. I'm going to blend all this in a minute. There we go.
Sarah says, Ben, as usual, I'm in bed watching. That's Sarah in Australia. It's Friday night, so I guess that's not unusually strange given the time zones. That's 12 hours. Are you 12 hours ahead? So it's like midnight.
Yes.
Midnight Friday or midnight Sunday.
They're 12 hours in front, so that she's Friday going into Saturday.
Angela's in Indiana. Sandra says, Sandra's local to us, isn't she, of course? Sandra Dundas. My yodel is 3 stops away. I'm watching and half listening for the Van Doors over by the airport. And Christine says, good morning from upstate New York. Are you going to sing New York, New York, Ben, each time? Well, I can do if you want. I don't know why I got into the habit of singing Oklahoma for Betty. I can, Christine, if you like. New York, New York, it's a hell of a town. The Bronx is up and the battery's down. People ride down a hole in the ground. New York, New York, it's a hell of a town. That's a different New York, New York. That's from, it's from a Sinatra movie.
I think everyone expected a different New York, New York
What,
song.
as in start spreading the news?
Yeah.
I'm leaving today. I'm not doing any more singing.
Well, there you go. Can you
I've been
see?
embarrassed today for some reason. That's not like me. What?
Just use the
yes, back to the
embossing
demo.
line, the embossed detail. Sorry, Ben, bringing it back.
I'm not here to take requests. We're here to do some crafting. What do you like?
Can you see? We've got the emboss, so I've just used those embosses to bring that in. And once you've coloured them all in, including the grass, that's what you get. And we just literally followed those embossed lines. So that is absolutely perfect. So where are we? So we've got all of the bits. So we can start with our cards. We're going to take this bit and we're going to pop our middle in. So let's use our tape runner for that. Pretty paper to go on the back, isn't it?
It's gorgeous.
That you're not going to see, but never mind.
Oh.
Because the blue's nice, don't get me wrong.
Nice.
The blue's still nice, but I'm just looking at that really pretty floral. There we go. So we can put that into there. Then I'm going to come in with that. So now,
wow.
just to make that look even better, I've got a piece of craft card and I've just used an oval to pop in there. So you just want an oval, can you see, that's just slightly bigger so that it's hidden. And then we can pop that into there. Have I got the right, not that one, that one. There we go.
Terry says, I'm not watching from anywhere odd, but I do watch from the swimming pool all the time. Is that your swimming pool?
Oh, whose swimming pool's that?
Or whose swimming pool? And whilst you're swimming, let us know.
And where is she?
Terry is in, I want to say Ohio, but I might be wrong.
Nice.
Terry says it's 9:30 Australia at the moment, and Pammy says I'm watching from my recliner with a snuggling George. George the dog.
Oh,
sleeping
lovely.
in my lap. We met George on a craft along just a while back, actually.
Right, so again, remember I said you don't need to worry too much about the edges, because what we're going to do, and I'll do this with my tacky glue, you could do it with your dotty tape pen, but I'm going to do it with my tacky glue, is I'm going to put some tacky glue I've got here. So these are the, do they call them inverted nesting dies? Yes, that's the one. So this is the oval inverted nesting die. And that will then, can you see how if you pop that on there, doesn't it draw your eye in?
It frames it like a storybook animation.
It really does,
almost.
doesn't it?
Yeah.
Absolutely gorgeous. Now the other thing I'm going to do, so I'm going to pop that on to here. Oops, press that down again. There we go. And can you see how we're building up that scene? It looks absolutely gorgeous. So what I'm going to do, come on, stick. It's craft card. Craft card just takes a minute to grab. So I've put some foam pads on the back. There. Just literally the strip of foam pads. And that's going to work there. So I didn't want anything too big. This is what? 1 or 2 mil foam pad, because you can get a lot bigger.
Yeah.
And then before I put it down, I'm just going to look at that. I'm just going to put a couple of little pieces of glue gel just behind here and just there and just there, just to keep those lifted up, if that makes sense. So that can go on there. Just press that down. So you can see, look at that, we've got that lovely scene, and just by putting that little bit of glue gel, it just keeps it raised. Or you could do foam tape, but I find that if you've done the glue gel, that will dry and then it won't, you know, the stick is gone. If you've got foam pads, they'll continually be sticky and it might close. So we can pop that to one side. I'm just going to put that. And then we've cut out the stag. Oh, I've got glue on my hands now. There we go. I'll cut out the stag and the 2 little birds from here. And we're just going to, you can colour those in, and it's entirely up to you how you do that. I'm just going to put a little bit of, let me find, where's my scrappy bit of paper gone? It'd be much easier, I should do it onto there. Just do those, catch the light on there, and then we can come down the centre, just here, all the way down. There we go, just do that. And then I'm going to come in with my lay down, there we are, my darker colour. Lay that one down, all the way, just there.
Are they your favourite pens to work with, illustrators, or do you personally sort of use across the range?
I use across the range. I'm really partial to my tri-blends because I just feel that it's taken all the guesswork out of it. Do you know what I mean? You've got the colours there, haven't you?
Yeah.
You don't have to think about it. And I do like the tri-blend. It depends what you're colouring, doesn't it? Do you know what I mean? It's different. If you're colouring different things, sometimes you want a more structured nib. Sometimes, like this one, you want the softer nib. So it really does depend on what you're colouring.
But you've got something for everything, haven't you, really, across the range?
Yeah. I can't believe how quickly my collection of pens has developed.
Yeah.
To say I've not been here that long, so then I'm literally just doing it so he's got a little bit paler down the middle. We can blend that all in a minute, and then we can come in with the darker colour just to add some highlights. Just come in just down there.
Terry is in Ohio. She says, my backyard pool in the Kona Lounger, or I sit on the deck and watch whilst Bailey, the golden, swims. It's hard to keep her out of the water. So the dog swims in the swimming pool?
Why not?
If I had a swimming pool in my back garden, my dog would be in there as well, no doubt. No doubt.
Elsie would only be in there if her tennis ball fell in.
Oh, really? It's not a big fan.
No.
They do actually, a lot of the Lidos, is it Lido or Lido?
Lidos, yeah.
Lidos here in the UK have their last kind of swim of the season. They let people go with their dogs, don't they?
Oh, do they?
Yeah, a few of them do it. It's become quite popular.
There's not many Lidos left though, are there?
There's a Lido near where I used to live in Woburn, you know, where the Safari Park is. There's a Lido there. And there's one in Peterborough, Johnny, is there? We went to the Lido in Woburn a few summers ago, and it was, you couldn't swim. It was absolutely rammed.
Was it?
Yeah, it was ridiculous. You could literally sort of just, I don't know, just stand and tread water, and that was about it.
I don't think we've got one in Nottingham. When I was up at Otley the other week with my daughter, theirs is boarded off, but it's been boarded off for years. Keep saying that they're vamping it. Yeah. But yeah, so I'm not sure. What's this one? 8. There we go. So you can just add in your highlights. Now remember, these are alcohol pens, so it always dries slightly paler.
Yes.
So I always forget sometimes, and you want to go back in and just add in a little bit more than perhaps you think you need. But can you see how he's just coming together, and you just want to just keep, blending it down until you get it just where you want it to be. But it's always nice just to add that little bit of shading. Can you see, just by bringing in the highlights, you can really just add in that shade. But there we go. How about like that? So let me move him off, put him on a clean bit. There you go. So you see? Look at that. And then you can do the same with the little bird on there as well. So then we can just pop that onto our card. So if we bring our card back, I'm going to use this one because it's been coloured in the same sort of way. And we can put a little bit of glue on the back of there, and we can have him across here. Now, imagine doing these in Christmas sort of colours. It'd be a perfect little Christmas card, wouldn't it? Really would. You could do it in your whites and your blue sparkles and all that sort of thing.
You've said the C word in April, but having said that, I'm just thinking people will start making Christmas cards soon, won't they?
Well, I think, don't we do a lot of stuff quite soon? Yes, here.
June, July time, isn't it? Our Christmas event, I think. Be here before. How on earth is it May on Sunday? I just don't know where the year's...
I know, it's flown past, hasn't it? There we go. So let me open that up and show you. So that is just using our wonderful woodland. But isn't that absolutely beautiful? Just to show you, a couple of pens. You can do a little bit of dimension. Somebody was just asking, just so that you can see, this is what we're going to make in the craft along. So I've used some of the same dies, but can you see I've done a lot more depth to it? Absolutely beautiful. So just to see if you want lots of depth or a little bit of depth, it's entirely up to you.
Fantastic. And of course, if you want to find out more details as to exactly what you'll need to take part in the craft along, you'll find the details on our socials right now. And the great thing about the craft along is, yes, you can craft along with in real time with us. However, you can pick this deal up now or indeed later on should you wish, and then you can watch the craft along back at a later date on our YouTube page. If you subscribe to us on YouTube, all of the shows are there. Thank you for all the lovely comments coming through. Lots of you loving the show. And Anne is saying on Facebook, what is a Lido? It's basically just like an outdoor swimming pool here in the UK. I don't know why it's called a Lido actually, but it is. Yes, thank you for all the comments. We're going to give you time to check out your baskets right now because lots of you don't check baskets. More demos to come with Corrine, and we will be back in just a few moments' time. Head to the checkouts and we'll see you in a moment. We've had to make some changes to our shipping charges and we want to keep you informed. With continued pressure on domestic shipments around mainland US, we've had to temporarily increase the cost of our regular 6 to 10 working day standard shipping service from $9.99 to $12.95 and our free shipping threshold from $100 to $125. We also have some really great news to tell you. We've introduced a brand new shipping service called Express Delivery. This is a fully tracked door-to-door service which takes 3 to 7 working days and costs $19.95. This option means you'll get your crafty goodies in your hands sooner, meaning less waiting and more crafting. We're also upgrading delivery services for our Gold and Platinum Club Inspire members who will now receive priority delivery on all of their orders. And if that wasn't enough, we've upgraded these orders to our new Express 3 to 7 day service. Your patience and understanding throughout this very busy time has been amazing. So we'd just like to say a huge thank you and we look forward to chatting to you again very soon.
Quick Buy, all your crafting must-haves in a flash. Draw, decorate, and customize your world with the colorful Spectrum Noir acrylic paint markers. Each premium paint marker gives opaque coverage on ceramic, glass, wood, and let's not forget paper, cardstock, and canvas. These versatile markers are filled with highly pigmented premium water-based paint, offering beautiful, rich, and smooth coverage. The colors can be blended together and the fast-drying opaque paint is ideal for layering. A 3mm bullet tip offers smooth strokes and a precision valve mechanism allows rich and consistent flow with no clogging. Quick Buy, all your crafting must-haves in a flash.
Welcome to Club Inspire, the crafters' companion community where you can feed your crafty obsession. Join our fantastic loyalty club today and receive 20% off your first order. We'll also give you 250 points to help get you started. Other benefits of joining Club Inspire include exclusive special offers and discounts for Club Inspire members only, exclusive sneak peek previews of brand new product launches, and of course the Club Inspire community group on Facebook, where you can access exclusive content such as downloads, offers and inspiration, and of course you can chat and share your makes with other members. You'll receive 1 point for every £1, dollar or euro you spend, and the more points you receive, the more benefits you'll unlock. So what are you waiting for? Sign up, join the club and start rewarding yourself today.
Seems a lot of you actually not thinking about Christmas just yet. Funny that, in April. Mark says, not me, the Christmas cards. I'm last minute, lol. Pammy says, I don't start my personal Christmas cards until the end of October. I don't want to start thinking about Christmas until September at the earliest. Let's just show you very quickly the deal that we've got on the illustrators for you. These are the ones that Corrine's been using over the course of the last demo, and you'll see these in action again on the craft along a little bit later on from 6 o'clock this evening, 1 o'clock Eastern. Really great deal on these because you're talking about 48 of the 216 pens that you've got within the Illustrator full collection. Normally £100, $180. Everyone saves $25.97 today or $45.81. That price that you're seeing on screen there is the platinum price. However, realistically today, it's like the gold price because everyone's going up a level for the weekend, the Taste of the Next Level event. Platinum members will be paying $55.49 or $100.49 if you are a platinum member. That price on screen is for the gold members this weekend. But you've got a lovely selection of colours within this set. So you've got your figure. This is the set that Corrine was using, that wonderful pen from earlier. Was it the leather, I think? Yeah, the TN7's included in there. But remember, these are double-ended, so you've got that gorgeous Japanese brush nib, one end, perfect for those expressive strokes, perfect for the flick technique, which we show you so many times here. And then on the other end, of course, you've got your fine nib too. So you've got the figure collection. You've then got the landscapes. This was the forest green. So it was a combination of 2 pens from those 2 collections that Corrine was using to colour in the woodland from the previous collection. Then you've got 12 of your sketching. So again, in the yellows and the greens and the blues, you've got your sort of corals and pinks in there as well. And then lastly is your seascape collection. Again, 12 pens in total, so you're going to get 48 pens. But obviously, it's kind of like, well, you've got 96 nibs, if you like, really, because they are all double-ended with the fine nib and that beautiful Japanese brush nib included too. Again, great opportunity for you to jump in and grab the illustrators at an amazing price, because not very often do you get that discount and then an even bigger discount that you would normally get with our Taste of the Next Level event, which runs until the end of May. Right, once again, we are going to throw in one final demo and then we'll get you to vote on the... Do we do a vote? Yeah, we do, don't we? We do a vote, yeah. Do the demo of the show in just a few moments' time. And don't forget, if you do want to take part in that craft along, you can check the web for the full details of everything that you'll need for 6 o'clock tonight. But we're going to do one final demo. What are you going to use?
Right, we're going to use our fairy tale forest, but this time I'm going to do it all in black and white. So, maybe you don't enjoy colouring or you want to do something without colour, you want a slightly different look. So we're just going to do black and white. So we're just going to use the card and really make the most of it. So I'm going to take the first one, and again, I'm going to put them together. But if you had bigger card, then you could pull it out if you wanted a bigger aperture. It's entirely up to you. Let's try and make sure it's fairly central. It's fine for the first one. So this is my front layer, and I can just move over that way. There we go. I think that looks like how I want it. And I'm just going to put my first piece of tape. I'm going to do it there. And then I'm going to do my second piece of tape, make sure that's in the right place, and then put my tape on there. So we're going to cut these, and then we're going to emboss these because we're going to do them in black and white. If I can put my mats on the right way around, there we go. Because we're going to do them in black and white, it's quite important to get, I think, to get the embossed detail included, because you're really going to see it. You've not got the pens to add any extra detail. So we're just going to do it, as I said, with the embossing. So I can take that through there. Let's just, the easiest way, because it clips onto there, take that one off. I'm not going to take my tape off or anything. I'm just going to pop them straight back on and then emboss those.
It's great, isn't it, that when you think, normally you just think of your dies, you're just doing your cutting, but the fact with a lot of our dies now, you've got the die which is going to cut, then you've got the emboss, and like you said,
yeah,
a lot of people like to use them to ink through as well, don't they?
Yes, you can, especially with these, and you can always see when you sort of look at this. Now this has now pushed that cardstock right up to the top there, so I could just come in with a dauber and just ink there, and that would give me a fantastic effect if that's what I wanted to do. So when we take these off, this should now, there we go. There we go. Look at that. Can you? I hope you can actually see. Look at that. You can see that. Look. Doesn't that look amazing?
All coming in. Charlotte zooming in.
Oh.
The Zoom Queen. Queen of Zoom.
There you go.
Zoom Queen.
How much emboss? That is an impressive amount of embossing, isn't it?
Yeah.
So the next one we want to do is the black layer. So I'm going to put that on there. Let's see if I can reuse. No, it's not going to let me reuse that tape. Get another piece of tape.
It's great as well that you've got the interchangeability with the scene, like the actual scene dies, isn't it? Like you were saying earlier, that you can create your own scene almost with these.
Of course you can, absolutely. So I'm going to pop this one on here first, and just roughly where I think the centre is. So these are the same size pieces of card. So these are 5 1/4 by 5 1/4. I should have said, sorry. You need 3 in total, 2 in white and 1 in black. I forgot about that bit, sorry. So 5 1/4 by 5 1/4. So it's a nice size card. So once I've got that, I'm just going to line that up. I'm going to take this one up just fractionally higher, just to see. Oh, that one, if I just do that, that should be perfect. Get a piece of tape.
That's a top tip that I picked up from you as well with these, is to go from
top to
outside
bottom.
in.
Yeah. Really makes it so much easier, because if you start at the bottom, you can't see anything to line up. So yes, you always want to start at the top and work down. Same when you're doing your mats and layers, your frames, everything like that. If you're doing apertures, always start on the top one, which will probably be your biggest, and then you work your way down to the smallest, just easier. And there we go, and then that one's cut off, so let's just put my embossing mat on and then run that through one more time.
Lots of love for the illustrators coming through. Sarah Brown saying, love my Illustrator markers, I own all of them.
Good.
I use them as well as my tri-blends, but Illustrator markers my favourite.
I think for me it just depends on what you're doing, because you know, if you're wanting something with real intricacy, we've also got the watercolour pens as well. So you know, it's horses for courses. It's, you know, it's what you're doing and what works. Now you can see just here, I have just not got my centre quite caught, but it's just such a tiny pip, I can pop that out. Come on, tape. My tape.
Come on, tape.
Come on, tape.
Goodness sake.
This is why I put my tape on the waist.
You what?
I always put my tape on the waist where I can. Because,
oh, sorry, right.
Yes, tape on the waist.
That's why you put the your tape on your waist.
Yeah.
On the waist.
On
of
the
card,
waist,
not,
not my waist.
Your waist, no.
No, don't need to put it on my waist.
No.
And then we can take that one, look, and that's going there. Look, just pop that. There we go. Now look at that. Isn't that beautiful?
Beautiful.
Really, and I'm thinking these are going to work for your Halloweens, but they, you know, again, if you change that, you could quite easily make that Christmassy if you did it with your silvers and your whites and blues.
Dare I say as well, and like, tell me to shut up if you want, but from a distance, that looks, it could be like a little bit underwatery as well.
Yeah, you could quite easily change that, couldn't you? But now look at that. Can you see how we've now created that beautiful scene?
Not
so
that,
the other bit you want to cut out, and I've got some cut, is out of white, I need to cut my castle, and then out of black, I need my moon, my couple, and my unicorn. And I'll show you those in a minute, but we'll do that. So the next thing I need to do is, there we go, bring those in, ready cut. So I've got another piece of card, exactly the same, 5 1/4 by 5 1/4, and a piece of blue, just slightly smaller. Now this is 5 1/4 by 3 inches. And then we've scored every 1/2 inch across. Really easy. And all I'm going to do now is concertina that backwards and forwards, just like that. There we go. And then I'm going to get a scoring tool and just burnish those down. Let's just come that way as well.
Is this your first craft along this afternoon?
No, I've done one. I did a tricorn. I did a tricorn card.
Oh, how can I forget?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Poldark.
And I think I've got 3 more this month.
Have you?
Not April, in
I was
May.
going to say, you do well to get all those in, wouldn't you? Seriously. Tomorrow, 3 craft alongs.
But I think it's like 3 craft alongs.
In like the next week or so.
In a week, or it's really quick. There we go. So now you can see all I've done is I've just created these little concertina sides. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to stick that on there.
Shows you how many new products we've launched recently, doesn't it?
Yeah. But
So I'm told.
It's a lovely way to do. Yeah, you wouldn't know, would you?
No, I wouldn't. Not a clue.
Not a clue.
Not a clue.
So we can pop that onto there. There we go. That's going to go on there. And then on the centre of that, we're going to pop our castle. Isn't that? Looks stunning like that, doesn't it?
It does, yeah.
Where's my scrappy bit of paper? There we go. We can pop that on here. And then
Pammy just said, I've got this set. I haven't had a chance to play with it yet. Well, maybe today's the day, Pammy. Maybe you do the craft along a little bit
that'd be
later on.
good.
Yeah, that would be nice. That would be good.
Do we know who's crafting along with us later?
Oh, we haven't got a volunteer this evening, apparently.
Oh,
to join
that's
this
a
charity,
shame.
which is a bit of a shame.
Yeah.
But maybe let us know if you're crafting along at home. Maybe I can do a bit with you, maybe.
That would be nice, wouldn't it?
Potentially. But I could.
Right now.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was thinking in my head about red liner tape.
What's the level of difficulty on the craft along? Doable?
Easily, yes.
Maybe I might. I'll see if depends how busy Jake is, because if I do it, he'll have to get all the bits and pieces together.
He will, won't he?
So,
right.
we'll see. We'll see.
I'm just going to pop my tape. I got a bit distracted working out which ones of these I needed to put my red liner on.
Yeah, I'll do the craft along.
No, I wasn't thinking like that at all.
fine.
Right, so there we go. So I've put my tape on those two and then this one at the front because I want to try and hide it as much as I can. So let's make sure I put the tape on the same ones on this side. There we go. This is often the bit where I go wrong, where you put the you end up putting your red liner on
Oh, the wrong
on the wrong side.
bit.
Or there we go. So we can put one on there.
Oh, Pammy can't join us. She just says like she's got meetings all day. God, work, eh? It
Work
Gets in the way.
gets in the way of everything, doesn't it?
Pesky work.
Yeah. We don't need to do that. It's not good.
But work?
Yeah.
No, sadly you do need to do it, don't you? Because otherwise
Yeah,
if you didn't do it, you wouldn't be
unfortunately.
able to buy all of these goodies and feed your crafty habit. But
My-
just do a little bit of work like I do. Just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Here and there, you know, don't do loads, just enough to...
If I
Get
say
by.
something to my husband, he's been retired 4 years now, and if I say, oh, I've got work to do, he goes, what's that?
Yeah.
What does that mean? I'm like, shut up. Shut
Yeah.
up. Could go off, people. So I'm going to take the first one of these and I'm going to pop it along the back and
Same
catch.
with my dad's, he retired when he was 52, you believe.
Oh, what
So
did he do?
He worked in the banks.
All right.
And he managed to... He took like
Got an early retirement.
Got an early retirement, took a good redundancy, got a got a bit more on the carriage clock. But you speak to him now, and he's like, what work? What?
Yeah.
Work?
What work? Yeah.
What are you talking about? You know, he tells me about his busy days where he's been to the pub, gone for a walk, played a bit of bowls, and he's like, oh, I've got to do it all over again tomorrow. And you're like, oh.
Life's hard, isn't
Yeah,
it?
life is tough sometimes.
Right, so I've put that one on there, and then we're going to come in with our next layer, and we're going to pop that on just there. So then let's take that one off. So I'm not taking all the tape off at once. I'm just literally taking it off as we go. Now, what we're doing here with this one in black and white, you could do with all of the scenes. You know, it'd be any of the scenes that you've got, you'll be able to do, you know, just keeping it in a couple of colours.
Is this similar to what you'd be doing with the craft log then again, building up the
I'm
scenes
building
this
up
way?
scenes, but we're going to go a lot bigger than this.
Right.
We're going to really, and we're going to mix the different die sets together.
Oh, cool.
Because it said they were interchangeable scenes, so I
Yeah.
thought, well, let's interchange them.
Let's do it.
Oh, I just want to take my unicorn, and we can pop him on here first. It isn't a horse.
Definitely a unicorn, isn't it? Debbie kept calling a unicorn a horse. A horse. The horse with the horn.
Definitely a unicorn.
Yep.
There we go. Let's just put that one down. Oops. Perhaps I should have done that with a little bit of tape pen. Let's just hold that there a minute. Just press that one on like that while I take off the tape, and then hopefully that tacky glue will have caught.
Lisa Glenn's message to say, Ben, I've got 21 work days left. I'm retiring at age 60. Congratulations, Lisa.
That's nice.
Amazing. I was just thinking, if I retire at the same age as my dad, I can retire in 9 years' time. I mean, that is not going to happen.
How old did you say your dad was?
52.
That's what I've just turned.
No.
Yeah. That was my birthday last week, 52.
Ah,
So, yeah.
You do.
On your dad's basis then,
You should-
I'm ready for retirement.
you are. Yeah.
Some
No.
days you feel more, don't you? Right, so what have we got there? Can you see, look at that depth? How beautiful. And the great thing is, look at that, falls totally flat for postage.
Postage, yeah.
So let's just put in our little couple. Again, you could use foam pads if you wanted, or I'm just using my dimensional glue, because I think that works quite well. And we can put that on just there. And then the last little piece, I should have picked a pair of tweezers up, but there we go, never mind. And then we can then just come in with a little bit of glue on the moon, and we can pop it just on there. So we have got our gorgeous fairy tale forest, just in two colours, but just it gives you a really, it's quite dramatic, isn't it? Really lovely dramatic effect.
Really love it. Really, really gorgeous. And again, those interchangeable dies allowing you to create such Beautiful, beautiful scenes. It's been a fantastic couple of hours. In case you didn't join us in the first hour, we had a preview of Softer Side, which is coming up in just over an hour's time. So we are going to get you to vote on your demo of the show. So let's go over to the comfy area of the studio first of all with the lovely Becky. And that's what Becky made. Where are you? There you are, peekaboo. So Becky's cushion cover. Not talking, just playing peekaboo. Becky's cushion cover is number 1, if you'd like to vote for that. And then Corrine, tell us what you paid.
Number 2 was our woodland card with our pens on. There we go. And then number 3 is our fairy tale forest, just in our monochrome, which I think is absolutely gorgeous. 1, 2 or 3, you've got about 2.5 minutes to get your vote in for your demo of the shoe. Let's quickly show you all of the different designs that you're going to get within this collection. Remember again, worth bearing in mind that we are doing our Taste of the Next Level event, so whatever level you are within Club Inspire, you'll move up a level for the course of the weekend, so you'll get a taste of what it's like to be in that next band, you know, and with some of those bands as well, of course, helping you out not only with the discounts but also with your shipping as well. Gold members become platinum members become Platyplus. So 25% off all orders, which makes this deal potentially one of the best deals we've ever done it for, because we've, as far as I'm aware, kept the launch price, so the launch discount. However, that price there isn't the platinum price this weekend. That's the gold price. The platinum price is another 5% coming off that. So it works out a really great day to jump in and grab at these. If you want to go individually, you can. They're on a 2 for £35 or 2 for $40 deal too. But again, these are brilliant because you've got a whole different way of creating these beautiful scenes, from fairy tale forests to country cottages to woodland. And the brilliant thing is, again, you've got the different layers of scene to build these up, but you can split the scene dies, so you can create your own scenes if you want to. You've got so many different characters and so many different additional dies to be able to make that scene come to life as well. So with this one here, that fairy tale forest, you've got the beautiful castle and the prince and princess and the unicorn. Then we move to our beautiful fairy glade. So again, different shapes and sizes. You've got the square one this time around. But you know, if you decided that you wanted to take maybe this half of the die here with the little house, and you wanted this side of the die here with some foliage, you can mix and match these around to create some really, really personalised scenes. This one I love, country cottage. Again, with that rectangular frame, really cute. Build that scene up. You've got your cute little cottage there with your picket fence, which runs all the way around. Then you've got this one, which is the African Savannah. When we launched, as I said, this one was the most popular collection that we had, included though within the bundle this time. If you want to go on the 2 for, you can. Love this one as well, the Tropical Paradise. That is also included. 59 dies in total, and we finish off with the one which you saw just a few moments ago with Corrine, which is your wonderful woodland. All of those are included within this deal for $75.99, $87.96. Thank you for all the comments coming through. The demo of the show. Becky says 3.
I reckon 3.
What you said in the gallery? 2. The winner is very close, number 3, but the winner is number 2.
Thank you very much.
Show us that one again.
There we go. There we go. Oh, let me drop it down. There we go. Yeah.
Corrine, you are back with us at 6. Just very quickly again, show us what we're going to be making.
We're going to be making this one, so we're going to be doing a lot more dimension. So we've got the dome on the front of the card, and then we've got all of the layers, and we're going to colour it with our Illustrator pens.
Interesting. I might give it a go. We'll see how we are. It's a long way away, isn't it? 6 o'clock, 5 hours time. We'll see how I feel.
You might need to sleep by now.
I mean, seriously, I might do. Becky's up with us as well from 2 o'clock. So in just an hour's time, worth bearing in mind, we've got fantastic deals for you as far as our builder blocks are concerned, up to 70% off. Deals like you've never seen before. If you did miss our little preview show in the previous hour, make sure you go to the website, go to crafterscompanions.com.co.uk or .eu, hit the shop the day page, and you'll see those deals. We've rolled over a lot of the deals from the UK warehouse clearance show that we had on Monday. So if you've ever wanted to dip your toe in the water as far as the builder block system is concerned, you know, maybe you're quite new to Softcraft as well and you're thinking, oh, I'd love to give those builder blocks a go. Today is the day to shop, because not only are you going to get the 70% discount on a lot of the bundles that we put together, but again, if you're a platinum member, you're getting not another 20% off, but another 25% off those deals as well. Not to mention, we've got the builder block of the week, we've got fabric on the show for you as well, and a whole host of other goodies for you too. And that is on the way from 2 o'clock, so just over an hour's time, 9 o'clock Eastern, 6 o'clock on the West Coast, and we will very much look forward to seeing you then. In the meantime, do shop the day, check out all of those deals. If you've got something in your basket, make sure you're checking it out. And of course, you can shop in between the shows as well. Until then, though, have a brilliant hour, and we'll see you back here for Softer Side with me and Becky in just a bit. Bye for now.